Welcome back to the show, and I'm gonna do a project. You know, it's summertime, and for a lot of people all around Hawaii, summertime is when you go to bon dances, right? Everybody goes for the dancing and the food, right? The food is the thing we go for. So I'm gonna do a project, and what it is it's this Kokeshi doll favor box, and it actually is very easy to do. Basically, the base of the box of the little girl is your AccuCut cake slice box. And if you have your own, if you have, a different kind of die or something, you can just adapt it. You'll probably just change it up a little. But basically, we take this and you take your 12 by 12 washi paper, cut it in half so you get a 6 by 12, and that'll make one box. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take from that piece, take 3 inches off, and then cut it into a 3 by 5 inch piece. Then cut those into 2 pieces, because this is going to be later for your sleeves. You want to do this part first so that you don't have to worry when you place this box on top of here. You don't want to have to worry about, do I have enough space or something? So always cut that piece off first. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your cake slice and we're going to put tape all over the place, okay, all on each panel. So we're just going to pull all the tape pieces off. So now we have this, and we're just going to, now we can just plop it down wherever, as long as we know that we are on there. Now the easiest way is to fold up all the tabs that we're not going to use. So fold up all the tabs, and then you can just cut right along the edges of it, because we just need to cover this box up. Now when you come to the edge here that has no tab, there's one side that has a tab, this side doesn't. What you want to do is just go a little bit more, maybe about a 1/4 inch more. It doesn't have to be exact, but we just want to do that, and I'll show you why. Now here on this top one, we have to move the tab because we just need to cover it that way. And over here, we actually want to have some of that washi paper on that tab. So we're going to cover that tab completely. Okay, and we just got that going. So we throw that away. Now the reason why I said to do that is we are going to get our tape, and we want to be able to tape this down. Okay, and the reason is when you make boxes, you know that a lot of times you'll see a little gap of where you have, but we want everything to look really nice when our box is put together, so you won't see the undercover of whatever cardstock you're using. So now we got it covered, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make our box. So when I do the cake slice, at least this particular cake slice die, I always have the tape on the top, and of course on this tab. So cover that up, so we better put some tape there. And the easiest way is to peel this short top tab off, peel the tape part off, fold the box and match up the size. So you got that part done. And now you have this flap to do. Because sometimes people are like, how am I supposed to put this box together? It's really not hard. And it'll fold and it'll close. So right here, this is the whole reason why we put a little bit extra washi paper over the edge. So it's all covered in washi paper now. Now, because you can see the gap, and this side you don't see a gap, this is going to be the front of your little girl. So for now, we can just take the box and close it. So this is how she is. She's like this. Now to do her collar and everything, all we're doing is we're just using some 1/4 inch tape and 1/4 inch ribbon. So what you do is, if you're looking at your box, you can find the middle and do a V of tape. That's the easiest thing to do. Just do a nice V of tape There we go. So we have our V of tape. Okay. Then you get your ribbon and you will go right on there, go down to the center, kitty corner up, and voila, she's got her collar. So we got that done. Now for her OB, we go with a little bit wider ribbon, which is about maybe 5/8. And you can use a thick piece of tape, or you can use a couple rolls of tape. So what I do is I go right around the box as straight as I can. And you'll know if you're straight if you meet up to the other side. So I'm going to just put 2 quick rolls of tape so that we can put our OB on. There we go. So we make her body and we put her OB on. And you can take your ribbon and just match it up like that. And this is like about maybe 6 inches of ribbon. It has it on the project sheet, the exact amount. And we're just going to cover. Now we don't have to worry too much about how the back looks because we're going to cover it with a bigger bow. So we can just cut off the excess and have it down. So it ends up being like this. Okay. The next part you want to do is her head. So the easiest thing is I get some cardstock for her face in whatever color. We use, I think this is 2-inch, the blue circle. We always go with colors. And we'll just punch a circle for her face. And the project sheet does include a pattern for her hair. Now, the best thing to do is take the pattern, place it on, and completely trace it. And then double it up, fold it in half. And what you need to do is you need to cut out, although the pattern gives you a separate pattern for the front and the back, it's easier to just trace the front, fold it in half, and cut out the 2 pieces completely. Okay, and then now this whole solid piece is your back. This is your front, which you will cut out. And you know, this is the part that you're going to cut out to make her her bangs, however you want her face to look like. You can change the pattern up if you want a little bit more bangs or if you want it to go straight across. It's up to you. But this part is that. So remember to do it like that. Save the one that's whole and then you cut out the one. Now to do the face, what you're going to do is you're going to get a little piece of tape and just stick it on her forehead there. And this is just for placement because you want to decide how big of a face you want. So you take it and you say, okay, I want a little bit face, lots of face. So this girl is going to have a bigger face. So we're just holding it in place just for now. Then you're just going to take your Sharpie, and I just like to make little dots for the eyes. I use the black and I let it dry. When it is dry, I will take a white Galaxy marker and do 2 little white dots to give it that little accent so it pops up. Okay, now we're going to put on the head. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape just to hold it in place of where I want to put her head. So I look at the front and I will place her right about here. Okay, then we'll flip it over, and now we'll put lots of tape here to hold her head in place. And what you're going to do is just take this tape off again, and we're going to take the back piece and we're going to match it up. And that's how you do her hair. Okay, so now her hair is on. After her hair, of course, is going to be her sleeves. So the way you do her sleeves is you have your 2 pieces. they're about 1.5 inches. You're going to fold it about 1/4 inch in, okay, on both of them. Now what you want to do is you have it folded. You want to take your tape and put it on that fold that you just did. Okay. And fold your sleeve in half. See, it's starting to look like the sleeve. Then right at the fold, you want to cut it. So you can do like a little V, or you can go straight on. And this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing with the doll, is putting on her sleeve. So you peel off your tape and you hold your sleeve and you say, okay, here we go. And you just plop it on the side. And you look like, okay, how far up do I want to make her arm? So we put it down and we put it down. Then we take a little bit of tape, just a little bit, like about 1/2 inch or so. And we will close up the bottom of her sleeve. Just the bottom part, like that. So that's how you do both sides. After you have her sleeves on, you have to put her sleeves on after you put the head, because the hair might get in the way and you might have a hard time. So you do that after. And this is where we're at. We just make a little bowl for her head. You can punch a little flower to decorate the bowl. And then you make a bigger bowl for the back. And that one, we gotta use these pop-up glue dots because they're really, really strong. And we'll just stick that on, because again, that has to go after you do the hair. And you're done. So you can fill it up with candy. You can use these as a favor. They're kind of big for a favor, but you can use it as a favor, or you can sit them around the table or as a centerpiece. So again, we do have a project sheet, so it's very easy to do, and I hope you enjoyed it. But right now, I'm going to take a short break so I can put some candy in here, and we'll be right back.